Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Ashley McDowell. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. More individuals in the CNMI will now be eligible for the PUA program. Also tonight, an evidentiary hearing is held on complaints against IPI. And concerns are raised up at the Senate on the amount of furloughed employees in the CNMI. In sports, the island's first fishing derby of the year will soon be launched. Stay with us, these stories and more are next.
For the different beats of your life, we're here to keep you connected the way you want it. Plans made for you, by you. Build your own bundle with Link. Select the internet, entertainment, mobile, and home phone plans that fit your lifestyle. Pay for what you want, not for what you don't. Build your own bundle and save with Link.
A meal replacement smoothie is a great way to keep your fitness goals on track during the holiday season, and they taste great, fast, and easy. The December smoothie of the month is Minty Java Chocolate Chip, and it's just $5. Check out the Shake Cafe, Gold's Gym, Garapan.
Our new McDonald's Spicy Chicken McNuggets are just the right amount of spicy. A small to medium Sprite kind of spicy. Let's get a McFlurry after this kind of spicy. But if you get the mighty hot sauce, it's a napkins for foreheads now kind of spicy. This came from McDonald's kind of spicy? Because our Spicy Chicken McNuggets, breaded in tempura and made with cayenne, are just the right amount of spicy. Unless you remember what I said about the sauce. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Off a day, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Friday, February 26, 2021. The CNMI Department of Labor received news today that more residents of the CNMI will be eligible for the second round of pandemic unemployment assistance. DOL Secretary Vicki Benavente says she received the email Friday morning stating those in the CNMI working on reduced hours due to the effects of the coronavirus are now eligible for the second round of PUA FPUC.
Yes, it is from the U.S. Department of Labor, ETA, Employment Training Administration. It's a change number 5 to the UPUL that we received from the beginning of PUA, and it changes the eligibility requirements for PUA applicants. Good news for the CNMI. All those who are furloughed or reduced hours are now eligible to apply for PUA.
Benavente says about 3,000 more individuals will be able to avail of the program. 2 other changes were also applied to make more people eligible, regarding refusal to return to work because a job is unsafe and people working for educational institutions.
Individuals who refuse to return to work because they say that work is unsafe, or they refuse to accept an offer of a job because of the work is unsafe, the department will approve an individual not refusing to work because of the danger of the workplace. So in the past, there was some guidelines, and individuals who refused to work were not eligible to receive PUA benefits. Then they have to say why they refuse to work. And this one clearly states if the work is unsafe due to COVID-19 related reasons, then the individual may qualify for PUA. And the other one was for individuals who are providing services to educational institutions. That's another change. The U.S. Department of Labor approves COVID-19 related reasons for an individual to certify for PUA eligibility if the institution where they work is closed due to COVID-19 public health emergency. So that's also a good assistance for anyone who works in these training or education institutions.
CNMI DOL received confirmation on receiving an additional $277 million for the next round of PUA FPUC.
Well, yesterday morning, we received word from the U.S. Department of Labor that the CNMI was granted an additional $277 million in PUA and FPUC funds. This is to assist with the continuation of PUA Round 1 and also for the extension of PUA in the CNMI for the next 11 weeks.
Benavente says she does expect to receive the funding within the next few days from the U.S. DOL. Imperial Pacific International and the Commonwealth Casino Commission failed to reach a global settlement on the 5 complaints against the company. CCC proceeded with an evidentiary hearing on the first 2 complaints. In the Commonwealth Casino Commission conference room Thursday, the CCC board moved on the evidentiary hearing on the first 2 complaints filed. The Commonwealth Casino Commission's legal counsel, Assistant Attorney General Mike Ernst, stated Imperial Pacific International does admit to committing the 2 complaints filed against the company. Complaint 1, failure to contribute $40 million in Community Benefit Fund. Complaint 2, failure to pay annual license fee.
They admitted that they failed to satisfy the contribution of a total of $20 million in Community Benefit Fund money honored before June 1st, 2018, as required by Amendment 3 of the Casino License Agreement. They admitted that they failed to contribute $20 million in Community Benefit Fund money honored before October 1st, 2019, as required by Amendment 5 to the Casino License Agreement. I believe the stipulation we entered in today, they further stipulated that they've made no further payments as of this date, as of December 2020 for those 2 obligations. They admitted that the annual license fee has not been paid in full as of the filing of this complaint. I believe they stipulated today that the annual license fee has not been paid as of today, February 25th.
Ernst stated the executive director for CCC, Andrew Yom, asked for a suspension of the casino license with fines.
And the executive director would ask that the commission impose major offenses, maximum monetary penalties, and 6-month suspension for each of those claims. Whether they run concurrent or consecutive, we have no opinion. I know I'm supposed to ask for consecutive, but to be fair, it does seem like concurrent. We're sort of in uncharted waters. It just seems right to me. So 4 counts of 6-month suspension running concurrently is what the executive director seeks.
IPI's legal counsel, Tiberius Mulcanu, stated IPI does not oppose the suspension of the gaming license to, quote, regroup.
Between the violations today and the violations that are coming up next week in those hearings, some serious action needs to be taken. I think IPI needs to take a beat and regroup and get its stuff together and come back to the table when it's ready to be a contributing and responsible member of this community. And in order to do that, IPI doesn't oppose a suspension of its gaming license, and it doesn't oppose conditions being put on it in order for it to regain that exclusive gaming license in the future.
Mulcanu did ask the CCC board to create benchmarks that will help IPI succeed in the payments. Vice Chairman Ralph Dimapon wrapped up the hearing, stating the matter is under advisement to be continued on a later date. The evidentiary hearing on the remaining 3 complaints is scheduled for March 2nd. A male charged with homicide by vehicle is pleading not guilty. In the courtroom of presiding judge Roberto Naraha, 49-year-old Eduardo Fabia pleaded not guilty to 4 charges. Count 1 of vehicular homicide, Count 2 of reckless driving causing injury, Count 3 failure to obey traffic signal, and Count 4 speeding. According to court documents, on February 1st, at the red light in Puerto Rico, 2 drivers in a garbage truck for the company Artman was heading south to their office on Middle Road. A Honda Ridgeline with a driver and 2 passengers in the bed of the pickup truck was in the turn lane at the light waiting for the green signal. When the pickup truck made the turn toward Peace Park, the blue garbage truck smashed into the side of the Honda Ridgeline. The driver and one passenger of the pickup truck sustained injuries, while the other passenger, Raju Miha, died. The driver and passenger of the garbage truck had no injuries. The arraignment has been continued to March 4th as the amended information charging phobia was not filed by the government at the time of the hearing. Senators share concerns on the numbers and process of employees on furlough. Sally Lemus has the details.
Senators stay hopeful that the government looks at other alternatives for the initiation of reduction in force procedures. Senator Teresa Santos states many families on Rhoda depend largely on the CNMI government for employment opportunities, as there are very few private businesses on the island. And given the recent amendments to the reconciliation bill that appropriates funds for PSS and NMC, Santos says there may be extra money there to save these furloughed employees.
Importantly, the Torres administration may be receiving $500 million or $500 million. The positive developments in the U.S. Capitol and the new U.S. President acknowledgement that the pandemic negatively impacted not only the states but also the territories and the CNMI. It is a sign of hope, and it's just a matter of time.
Senator Edith Dillon Guerrero raises concerns on the process.
I am greatly concerned about the total number of employees that are potentially are going to be affected by this. I would like to request that this body get a much more detailed report from the Office of Personnel Management of exactly who are these employees that are going to be affected or have been affected? When were they hired? I would like also a detailed analysis and report from the Secretary of Finance's office regarding the usage of the special account funds from the Customs Division.
Dillon Guerrero states during the fiscal year discussion, the Department of Finance set aside a special account for some uses.
I am especially interested in the intricacies and the processes that are involved and the financial expenditures of those particular funds taken from the Customs Division. I would like to do a detailed analysis where these monies went to and try to parallel if there was any hiring a few months prior to election or post-election so that we can have a thorough understanding of exactly how is 180 individuals are going to be affected and why are they affected.
On February 9th, Governor Ralph Torres and Lieutenant Governor Arnold Palacios informed the legislature that the government will soon initiate the reduction in force procedures as part of ongoing cost containment measures. This decision will affect 180 employees. Governor Torres noted there are no sufficient funds to recall these employees. Additionally, U.S. Congressman Gregorio Kilili Sablan states there is a proposal in the works that will appropriate over $500 million to the CNMI to make up for lost government revenue. It is currently awaiting the president's signature, and the goal is to have it signed before March 14th. The administration has also asked the legislature to come up with more revenue-generating bills that may help the CNMI. I'm Sally Lemus for KSPN News.
The CNMI is administering the COVID-19 vaccine for Phase 1A and 1B on all three islands of Saipan, Tinian, and Rota. In a release from CHCC, it states since December 2020, 17,072 doses have been given to 9,978 people. Of that number, 7,094 have been fully vaccinated with dose 1 and dose 2. Every week, about 2,000 individuals are vaccinated for both doses. On Rota, 523 individuals have received dose 1 and 170 have completed the vaccination series. For Tinian, 373 have received dose 1 and 137 have completed both doses. CHCC CEO says the hospital is expecting more vaccines by next week.
We're expecting more vaccines probably by March, first week of March. And the numbers are similar to what we've been allocated every month. There doesn't seem to be much change, maybe a little bit, just about 20%, 20% has been added to it. And so we're expecting more, but, obviously 20% is just about 1,000 more doses.
Coming up, many in the Japanese community are celebrating a special birthday this week. Find out whose after the break.
For your smiles that give me endless pride. For our shared moments that become an endless treasure. And when I've taught you everything I know, I promise to always be here to watch you grow. You've got endless potential, son.
Access all you'll ever need, giving you endless data on your favorite social apps.
At one of Saipan's beaches, this mother lays about 100 eggs under the cover of darkness. She hides her nest as best she can and then slowly makes her way back to the ocean. The eggs hatch and the babies head for the sea, where they will face a daily dose of danger. Just 1 in 1,000 will make it to adulthood. Those that do will one day lay their own eggs. Sea turtles are protected under CNMI law. If you see one that is stranded or if you see illegal activity, call the hotline at 287-8537. One of the best things you can do during the pandemic is to get yourself healthy and strong. Gold's Gym is a great place for a tune-up. Wide open workout spaces with dedicated cardio, free weights and machines, personal training, group exercise, and good nutrition. Short-term daytime promo on sale now, just $159 for 3 months. Call 233-4000.
The Tan Su Lin Foundation promotes the culture of giving back. The foundation and its generous partners are committed to supporting programs that include health, education, and sports. Initiatives that promote arts and culture, the environment, and tourism will benefit our community and our residents. Giving back and making a difference will help ensure that the island paradise we call home will be a better place to live.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. Governor Torres has signed a law that increases penalties to businesses that sell tobacco to individuals under the age of 21. Public Law 21-41 will give fines to businesses that give, sell, or permit to be given or sold tobacco products to anyone under the age of 21. The first offense is a maximum fine of $500 with recertification training. Second offense is a maximum fine of $1,000 and license suspension of up to 7 days along with recertification training. And the third offense is a minimum fine of $5,000, suspension of license up to 6 months, and recertification training. According to CHCC, examples of tobacco products include cigarettes, cigars, roll your own tobacco, pipe tobacco, hookah, smokeless tobacco, nicotine gels, dissolvables, vaporizers, and other electronic nicotine delivery systems. Another office under the Department of Public Safety has been relocated. The Firearms and Records Office has moved to a nearby DPS building within the premises. It is now located behind the new building of the BMV Registration Office. They're open Monday to Friday from hours of 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. At this time, phone lines for the office are awaiting official transfer by the service provider. You may drop by their office or call the front desk at 664-9001. All individuals are asked to wear a mask covering and maintain social distancing. All payments are asked to be made at the CNMI Treasury Office on Capitol Hill, Revenue and Taxation in Dandan, or at the CNMI's Court Cashier Office on the second floor of the Marianas Business Plaza. This week, many in the Japanese community and more marked the birthday of the Emperor of Japan. Our Chris Nelson has more.
Tenno Tanjobi was held Wednesday evening at the Aqua Resort Club. The event celebrates the Emperor of Japan's birthday and is a national holiday in Japan. Emperor Naruhito became Japan's 126th emperor on May of 2019. He's the son of Akihito, who visited the island of Saipan back in 2005 with his wife Michiko. Wednesday's event was organized by the Consular Office of Japan and Consul Kazuhiko Ono delivered prepared remarks before leading the lieutenant governor and others in a traditional mochi-tsuki ceremony. Members of the legislature tried their hand as well, as did Saipan Mayor David Apatang. This traditional way of making mochi takes a lot of helping hands and begins the night before when the sticky rice is cleaned and left to soak in water. Then the rice is steamed before being placed in a large mortar like this, made of stone or wood. The wooden mallet is called a kine. In between smashes, the rice is repositioned to ensure even texture. Watch your fingers. After a sunset toast led by the lieutenant governor, there was more pounding. The Awadori dancers took the stage and performed for the appreciative crowd. Tenno Tanjobi, the emperor, is 61.
Thank you, Chris. All right, coming up in the KSPN2 Sports Report, boys beach volleyball is going to lift off tonight. So we're going to talk to one of the protagonists.
In entertainment lets you do TV your way with Docomo Pacific D TV Plus. Watch your favorite live and local channels, stream movies and shows on TV, on your phone, and on your tablet, right from your Docomo Pacific Wi-Fi. No more wires, no more cable boxes, now with the best price. Do TV your way with Docomo Pacific D TV Plus.
Hi, I'm Dre, one of the personal trainers here at Goat's Gym, and today we're going to be going over the leg press. Now I have here with me is Vince, and he's going to show you how to execute it properly in two different ways. A common mistake that you'll often see is leaving your hands free, either up here or on your lap. I strongly recommend you holding onto the sled and create that tension in the upper body, which then allows you to create more range of motion. So with his current foot placement, he was feeling it on his legs, his quads. Now with a simple adjustment by placing his foot a little higher on the platform and his toes pointed out slightly, he's going to transfer that tension, which was previously on his legs, onto his hamstrings and glutes. Again, he's going to grab onto the sled, creating that bracing effect up here.
Buy one, get one free for the off-road adventure at Marianas Trekking. Come ride our side-by-sides at our best price ever and experience a great 90-minute trail ride. Rain or shine, hopefully rain. Book now at Marianas Trekking. Saturdays and Sundays by reservation. Call 323-8735 or book at marianasTrekking.com. Get your game and gear at Gold's Gym Saipan. Group exercise is a great way to get fit and then stay fit. For something high tempo, go for a ride with one of our instructors in our new spin room. Let's roll. Pilates improves flexibility, builds strength, and develops control and endurance in the whole human body. It also improves coordination and balance. And the Shake Cafe is a great place to stop by for a meal replacement or supplement. See you at Gold's Gym.
Buenas sports fans. Right, sports fans, there's a good reason why wahoo rhymes with Yahoo. It's a wonderful tasting fish and a great excuse for a tournament. Once upon a time on Saipan, there was only one fishing tournament a year, the International Billfish Derby, where a Pacific blue marlin were the target. 16 years ago, the Mahi Derby launched, and it's been going strong ever since. Last year, for the first time, a wahoo tournament. And now, the second annual Wahoo Derby's on the calendar. And once again, it'll be sponsored by the Saipan Fishermen's Association Tatsi to Table program comprised of high school students.
So we have the first tournament of the year, the second annual Wahoo Namayanes, March 6th. Then our registration is on March 5th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m.
There's a lot of big prizes, Blake. Tell us about the prize.
Yeah, with prizes of up to $2,000 for first. For second, it's $1,500, and for third, it's $1,000.
The upcoming tournament's part of a much broader endeavor.
The Tossing the Table is not only about fishing, it's about being self-conscious, about the environment, about knowing who you are to everyone, your self-branding, and boating safety, and make sure you're good so you know you're physically well. Okay? And also suicide prevention, we also do that too. So we don't only teach about fishing, but we teach about other stuff that deals with nature and the environment and mental health too.
Life skills.
Yes.
Wahoo was always a most popular competition fish, thanks to side bets among the anglers. Here's what the fishermen said about wahoo back in the 2013 Mahi Derby.
While Mahi was the prize fish, wahoo were up for side bets. Either way, it was good eating.
That's fresh wahoo?
Yep.
Why are you serving wahoo on a Mahi Derby?
I don't know. Because it's a Mahi Derby. That's why we can eat the wahoo.
Which fish is more fun to catch, Mahi or wahoo? Depends which expert you ask.
Mahi or a wahoo?
Mahi. They like to dance, play with you more. And a wahoo just kind of comes in pretty heavy.
Wahoo, because wahoo is actually more rare than Mahi. Mahi during season you catch them anyway, and they're fun too, but they're just all over the place. Wahoo, you almost have to have the right gear, and it has a special technique.
But while those two fishermen may disagree on that, they do agree on one thing.
Difference in flavor and taste.
They're both real good. I think I prefer wahoo.
These students, well, they're new to this species. All right, now in terms of wahoo, have either of you guys ever eaten wahoo?
No, man. I wish so. I wanted to try it.
You want to try it? Will you people be able to try it maybe here?
Hopefully. I wish.
Hopefully. Speaking of tournaments, there's one going on right now, the boys' high school beach volleyball tournament. Let's talk to one of the participants. I don't count my sit-ups. I only start counting once it starts hurting. Young Star Shining, brought to you by the Tan Su Lin Foundation. After 2 Saturdays of round-robin play, dozens of high school students will start the 2-day tournament tonight with an eye on the prize Saturday. One of those boys is Raiki Tababa on MHS 1.
Well, I think the round-robin was a good idea, so we can have a layout. And we have MHS Team 1, we're placed top 4, so we were bye in the first round. So we're going to have like 1 game on Friday night, yes.
You going to win that game?
Ooh, we're going to try our best.
This sophomore is learning the game from Coach Tice Mister, who's represented the NMI in international competitions.
He's been saying a lot about communication, since this is beach volleyball is a team sport, and we've been playing by 4. Yes, communication. That sounds about right. Yes.
Yeah. Once the final point has been tallied, it won't be over for Raiki. It'll be on to something else.
Oh, I like playing sports. Yes. And academics is fun.
More fun, sports.
Sports, athletic, and I like being outside, outdoors.
Young Stars Shining, brought to you by the Tan Su Lin Foundation. It's time now to unveil the top play of the week, and let's just say it was a total team effort. The top play and players of the week. GCA2 sweep of the girls high school beach volleyball tournament. The number 2 seed did not lose all weekend. Catriel Soros and Hayden Elliott dominated the games, while Vicky Wong, Audrey Castro, and Solel Lamar all contributed to their championship play. GCA2, hip hip hooray!
Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw!
For the different beats of your life, we're here to keep you connected the way you want it. Plans made for you, by you. Build your own bundle with Link. Select the internet, entertainment, mobile, and home phone plans that fit your lifestyle. Pay for what you want, not for what you don't. Build your own bundle and save with Link.
Go-karts, off-roading, and the driving range now open at Marianas Trekking. Go-kart track will be open Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays with 50% off when you book online at marianastrekking.com. Hours 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Use the promo code HAFA50 to get your discount. Off-roading is open too by reservation. Come on a 90-minute trail ride that is perfect for families. Book online at marianastrekking.com. Golfers, come practice on the driving range. You can even pay online and we will have the balls waiting for you. Come see us weekends at Marianas Trekking, 323-8735.
I think our winter is over. Our high today, 88, the low 78. Humidity is 70%. Tomorrow, partly cloudy. Isolated showers. East winds 10 to 20 miles an hour. High 87, low 77. Seas 5 to 7 feet. Sunrise 6:42. High tide 8:31 in the morning. Low tide 3:22. Sunset at 6:24. Moonrise at 6:24. That means there'll be a full moon Saturday night. How more romantic can you get than that? The moonrise and the sunset at the same time. And that's it. It's official. The weekend begins right now. See you back here on Monday.